Well, because he is that. He's a genius and quite a visionary. And he's always willing to take risks. That's the very essence of entrepreneurship, is to disrupt an existing sector with new ideas. Nobody imagined that, 15 years ago, there was such a thing as a Tesla that would be so ubiquitous on the streets of American cities. So he's no question he's a genius. He's a peculiar guy. A nice guy, very interesting person. And so he looked at this Bitcoin and he said, well, this feels like a money. I don't know why I shouldn't just take it. So he implemented that system. But the thing that he didn't know is that he was getting into a kind of a problem. Bitcoin exists in a very critical stage right now where the U.S. government is trying to figure out what to do with it. This is true under Trump, but it's especially true under Biden. They're trying to figure out how to regulate it. Is it a security? Should we regulate it like a security? Should we treat it as a proxy for the dollar with know your customer rules? How are taxes going to handle this in terms of capital gains? There's tremendous confusion and a lot of struggles in DC right now. And with Musk suddenly saying, "Oh, I'll just take it as if it's money." Well, he weighed in on this very important, critical issue. What is the future of cryptocurrency? And he seemed to, endorse it. And I think, and I don't have any evidence of this, but he must have gotten enormous pushback from many quarters, probably from the Federal Reserve itself, from the Treasury Department, even internally. I don't know. I do know that the excuse he gave, that it uses too much electricity, is ridiculous on the face of it.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that because, yes, we know he's passionate about tech. He's also passionate about the environment. So you kind of ask what took him so long to cotton on that Bitcoin isn't really that green.
Well, that's one of the reasons it takes a lot of resources. It's true, but it also, has provided a great market for electrical services around the world. Bitcoin miners hunt around for the best prices, and those services have actually greatly benefited from Bitcoin. There's no particular reason to think, the electricity should be used for something other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a wonderful resource. It is and very efficient, actually. So I don't think there's anything to this idea that somehow it's ruining things just because miners are using electricity to power something. I mean, everything uses electricity. I've never understood this debate. Now, some people think that money should just be costless. You should be able to create unlimited quantities of it at very low cost with, for example, a printing press. That seems to be the view of the Federal Reserve, but that view is also leading to higher and higher inflation right now in the U.S. I mean, that's the great thing about Bitcoin, is that it's extremely limited and governed protocol that it limits how much can be created. And that's the reason for its high value. So that's all connected to its resource use also. It works very much like gold. You have to dig gold out of the mines. That's why people stop, mining it when it gets too low in price, and they mine more when it goes high in price. It's the same way with Bitcoin.
Now, we've been talking on this program about how Bitcoin's become quite mainstream. But in a nutshell, what the whole crypto scene, it's really volatile, isn't it?
Oh, crazy, right? I've been involved in these markets since 2012, and I laugh about, every time it goes down, it goes up, people get super excited, and then they panic when it falls. It's just like after Musk's announcement, Elon's announcement about how they would no longer accept Bitcoin for Tesla. Suddenly, Bitcoin fell from $59,000 to $48,000, and everybody was, screaming, headed for the fields. On the other hand, it was a buy opportunity. So now you see it's trying to recover. I've been through this, it seems like 500 times by now. Everybody panics. Oh, look what crashed the markets. And that's just a buy opportunity for other people. It's crazy volatile. And that's why I wouldn't recommend it as a mainstream investment. It's a little bit crazy. It's still highly speculative. It has been ever since it reached $1. The point at which many people sold. So this is the way these markets work. It's still an emerging technology, and we're still in a period of price discovery, and we're going to be there I look forward to repeating this interview in 10 years. And we're talking about, can you believe it fell from 750,000 to 700,000 in 10 minutes?
Well, I hope that we get to speak to you sooner than in 10 years' time. Jeffrey Tucker, an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Thank you.